Welcome to the French Newfie. I'm Erin McDonald. Today I'm really excited to be making for you a shrimp burger. Yes, I just said a shrimp burger. I've had so many different types of burgers. They're really a favorite of mine. I love a good greasy burger, but sometimes I just want something between a nice sesame seed bun, and you can have cod, and I've had salmon burgers, but today I'm going to show you how to make a shrimp burger. It's really tasty. So I have a lot going on, so just bear with me. First off, I have, of course, the beautiful prawns. And for this recipe, it is an exact recipe. So I have medium prawns that are deveined, and of course they're deshelled. And yeah, they're medium size, so it's really good. So I'm only using 10, and this is gonna make 2 nice size shrimp burgers. I'm gonna get that going quickly into my blender here. So the idea is that I want it to be like a patty, like a burger. I want it to be chopped up. You can do it by hand, but if you have one of these, it's just so much better. And next I'm gonna go in with some breadcrumbs. You do need a filler because everything needs a little bit of filler. So I am putting just a little bit of breadcrumbs. It's 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, and you can use brown if you want. I just have plain white breadcrumbs. Get that in as well. Perfect. And I want to add an egg, and again, the egg and the breadcrumbs and the prawns, they just really do its work and make it set up really nicely, and you'll see it's amazing. I actually said to Keith the other night, or he asked me what was for dinner, and I told him shrimp burgers, and he was sarcastically saying, yum. I said, you're gonna bite your words when you taste a shrimp burger, and he loved them, so I'm really happy to share this recipe with you. And now I'm going to move on to a little bit of aromatics. And I love ginger, so it is going to have kind of like a little bit of an Asian feel to it, but not too much, because ginger is quite stingy. So I'm going to use, and it's only 2 burgers, so just like a little knob of fresh ginger. I really recommend you use the fresh stuff. I don't recommend the powdered ginger. It's probably the only spice that I don't use dried. I'm going to use a nice spring onion, and look at the size, these are beautiful, but it is a lot. Again, I want to taste the shrimp, so I'm only going to use half. And because it's going to be cooked up into my pan, I'm not going to worry about the green bits. I'm just going to go for this delicious white, and the white bit actually has a lot more flavor than the green. So I'm going to use around, well, not exactly half, but half up way to the white, so you can see like that. I'm going to get that in there. I'm going to chop it just to help out my blender. There we go. And of course, I gotta have some heat. You know I like a lot of spice. So I have these really nice green chilies. I'm obsessed with them lately. They're full of antioxidants. And if you don't like chili, leave it out, but I really like it with the prawns or shrimps, whatever. And I'm gonna chop them up a little bit because I'm going to be pulsing, as you'll see, my mixture. So I do want these to be incorporated. If I'm pulsing them and I just put 1 pepper in, you'd probably just get 1 bite of the pepper. So just 1 like that. And again, if you don't like that, just leave it out. Now we need some seasoning as well. So I'm gonna go in with some salt. And again, these were plain breadcrumbs, so you do need to season it. Just like that. And I'm gonna add some pepper. Some nice cracked black pepper. You could use white pepper as well. That would be great because this is kind of like an Asian thing. So now I think I have everything incorporated. Yep, I do. And I'm going to get the top on, and we're going to pulse. Perfect. And just a couple of pulses until you start to see it form, but you can still see a little bit of that shrimp texture. There we go. And now that's done. So it's turned into this mush, and it's actually quite messy, but you're gonna see how it's gonna cook up in the pan, and it's really lovely. I love it. So I'm gonna get my pan going because it's gonna go straight in. Typically, I would recommend that you put it in the refrigerator and let it set up for 7 to 10 minutes. That's ideal, but I wanna do this in real time for you today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hopefully it'll work. So get that going. I want it to be nice and hot because again, I want it to cook up really fast, and I also want a nice brown crust. So get some olive oil, not extra virgin, just regular olive oil down in the pan. And I'm going to move quickly here. So I have a little mold. You might have seen it in the past. What I do is I put my mixture into that so it'll shape the burger. And wait a minute, so it doesn't stick, I want to just put a little bit of olive oil right there. There we go. Get that out of the way and rub it around. And now let's go in. There we go. This is the perfect consistency. Yeah, it's great. I'm only going to do one to show you, and I'm going to save the other one for later. So where can I put this? Put this here for now. And get that into there, just like that. And then just form it down. You can buy these little molds. I'm not even sure if this is a mold, but it's something that I had laying around in my kitchen and it serves a purpose. So there you go. Again, as I said, I do really recommend, I need a little bit more, so pardon my reach. Get that down. It's really sticky on your fingers, but it's gotta be. It's the way it's gotta be. Like that, perfect. And if you had this now, go into your refrigerator, it would set up even more. Like I said, I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just winging it here. It's gonna turn out, it's gonna be nice and you're gonna see. So let me see where my spatula is. There we go. And it should come off quite easy because I put that oil, which it did. And we're gonna get it right into my pan that is going with the oil. There we go. Next thing, we're gonna move on while this is going to our tomato. And I just love a tomato on a burger. I mean, it's nice and fresh. And of course, it's really nice with the prawns. So a nice slice. I'm gonna use a thick one. For this one, I'm only gonna use one because the tomato is quite big. So that's your personal preference. And I have some lettuce. It's already chopped up for me. And I like lettuce as well because it's really nice and crisp. So this has been washed earlier and it's nice and dry now. I'm gonna go in with some avocado. And I think avocado and prawns or shrimps, you know, it's really good. Plus we're gonna have a little bit of the Asian theme going on. I want some creaminess, which you're gonna get from the avocado. This is a really nice avocado as well. And just make sure when you pick your avocado at the store that you can't almost put your finger through it. If you can, then it's a bad sign. It's gonna be brown on the inside, but this one is perfect. And I'm only gonna use half. If you wanna use half, I recommend to leave the pit in because it will stay green longer. There we go, let's move that off. This is going, I can already see that there's color coming on this. So let me just take a look here. Let's just see. Yeah, it's like brown already. See how fast that went? Super fast, in real time. I love this recipe. So I'm gonna cover this up now because the rest of the way, I want it to cook all the way through. So just put a little lid on it like that. And quickly go back in with my avocado. So just some slices like this down through. Be careful not to go too hard or all the way because your hand is holding the back of it. And then take out just a couple of these. So pretty, so yummy, nice and buttery. And now I want to make, lastly, a little sauce, like a little mayonnaise. But of course, it's got to be a nice sauce that's kind of pairing with the little Asian theme here. So I have some mayonnaise, just a little bit because I'm only doing the one burger, but you get the idea. Some sambal chili, and this is so good. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's got garlic in it and a nice tomato. It's not overly spicy. You'd be surprised. Again, if you don't like it, you can leave it out. Now, another thing that I want to do is just add a tiny little drop of water. It's going to make a little bit of steam here. Be very careful if you're ever putting water into oil, but I'm only putting a drop. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that the inside is steamed as well. And done. So mix that up quickly. This is so fast and surprisingly really delicious. And juicy, you know. I mean, it doesn't always have to be a real heavy, greasy, meaty burger. It's a lot less fat, this recipe. So if you're watching your waistline, but you're in the mood for a burger, I recommend my shrimp burger. There we go. And now I'm just gonna get a little bit of this and we'll start building because this is ready. Like that. And I wanna get it on both sides. It doesn't have to be too much because we are using the avocado, and avocado is really nice and creamy. So get that down like this and start building your burger. You can put anything you want on your shrimp burger, really. I mean, if you want bacon even, that would be really delicious and simple. But again, it's all about preference and how you want, what you want to put onto your burger. Now I'm going to put my lettuce, and this is the way that I like to build my burger. I like to have lettuce on the bottom so that way it holds anything that goes on top. It's almost like a little homemade blanket, and I like to pile up my lettuce. It's just me. I like a lot of crunch. Now I'm going to put my shrimp burger, and it's really pretty, and it's golden on each side. You can see it's beautiful color. It's so nice. I'm going to put that down. And it's really juicy and it's still crispy. I just added a little bit of water at the end so it would steam up. I'm not going in with any type of cheese, but I suppose you could. I mean, cheese goes well with a lot of things. I've had cheese and fish, cod au gratin or shrimp scampi, but this is going to be my cheese. This is like my butter here today, the avocado. And I'm going to get a little bit of salt. You always want to season your avocado as well as your tomato because they're very bland. Looks so pretty, doesn't it? And Keith was quite surprised, and he apologized for his rude comment because it is a very yummy burger. And that looks like it's about it. So there you have it, and it has a nice sauce and mayo on top. This was made in real time for you here today. Nice sesame seed bun. This is my shrimp burger, and I really hope that you give it a try, and most importantly, you enjoy.